Hi everyone, it's Dhruv Bhutani from PhoneArena.com bringing you a quick hands-on of the brand new LG made Nexus 5X. Now this device is the spiritual successor to the Nexus 5, which was also made by LG. A beautiful device in its own right. The Nexus 5X is an all-plastic phone as opposed to the metal build on the Nexus 6P. This is the smaller of the two devices, as you would expect from the name, slightly underpowered compared to the Nexus 6P. This is still a very powerful phone. So let's do a quick hardware walkthrough of the device. Up front is a 5.2-inch display in roughly the same physical dimensions as the Nexus 5, which had a 5-inch screen. Bezels on the left and the right are, well, they're fairly minimal. Up top and at the bottom though, the lip is a bit too big than you would expect on a device of this class. You've got on-screen controls and a speaker grill at the top and the bottom. Here's the front-facing camera. The screen, as we've already mentioned, is a full HD panel, very nice and bright and vibrant, especially more so compared to the 6P, which wasn't as bright in outdoor conditions. Also, this phone is still reflective, but not as reflective as the Nexus 6P, and the brightness levels go high enough to make it visible in outdoor conditions. Moving over to the right side of the phone, you've got the power button and a volume rocker. Tactile feedback is not that good. This feels like a budget device. It's just not clicky enough. It doesn't feel that good. It's not bad, but not really up to the standard, to be honest. At the back, you'll spot the 12.3 megapixel Sony made camera sensor. It's paired with the dual LED flash and the laser autofocus unit that we've come to expect from LG devices, and it's also present on the Huawei made Nexus 6P. You've got a fingerprint scanner, which is the Nexus imprint scanner. It's a little different from your regular fingerprint scanners, and it will improve over time as it gets used to your fingerprint. There's a Nexus logo silk screen at the back alongside the LG logo. Not much going on the left side. You've got the SIM card slot, and there's no microSD expansion here. Nothing there at the top either, except for a microphone hole. And at the bottom is where you'll spot both the 3.5mm audio jack and a USB Type-C connector. Now this USB Type-C connector also supports fast charging for quickly charging up this device, which when combined with the brand new Doze mode in Android Marshmallow should deliver really good battery life. The phone is powered by a Snapdragon 808 processor, which some people prefer to the Snapdragon 810, which we've seen on the Nexus 6P. That's mostly because the 808 is a hexa-core processor compared to the octa-core processor on the 810, and it manages thermal throttling and basically overheating a lot better than the 810. That said, the 810 on the 6P is also supposed to have gotten various iterations, version 2.1 on the 6P, and the 808 is an equally, well, almost as powerful in its own right. So, to be honest, in terms of performance, you shouldn't see too much of a difference. There's 2 GB of RAM on the phone, and in terms of storage, this ships in 16 and 32 GB variants. We'll be getting both of them in India. So as we mentioned earlier, the battery life is going to see a lot of benefit from the Marshmallow based features, and that holds true for pretty much all of the hardware on this device. The hardware is relatively commonplace, but it's the software which is going to improve the experience of this phone. In that, right, the phone, despite shipping with just maybe 16 GB of storage on the lower end variant, should have more free storage. On Android Marshmallow, Google has minimized the amount of storage that it uses by default. There's about almost 11 GB of free storage on first boot, and the amount of preloaded apps, even Google apps, has been reduced because you can just download them from the Play Store now. The chief benefit of using a Nexus device is that you get really fast updates, and as you'll see, the phone ships with Android Marshmallow as you would expect. Beyond that, it's just a very nice phone. There's nothing really to complain about. Built-in storage is slightly on the lower side, and you can't really expand that via microSD card slot. The camera should prove to be quite good based on the camera samples that we've seen, though we haven't really tested it out. Nexus imprint, as we've seen on the Nexus 6P as well, is a really fast sensor. Google claims that it can unlock your phone in under 600 microseconds. We haven't really set it up, so we can't show you that, but in our experience, it's really nice and fast. Overall, the Nexus 5X just seems to be a really nice spiritual successor to the Nexus 5. So the phone will be available both in the 16 and 32 GB variants in India, priced at rupees 31,990 and 35,990 respectively. The phone will be online exclusive to Amazon, while you'll be able to get it in retail as well. If you have any questions about the device, please do let us know in the comment section. This was Dhruv Bhutani and Hitesh for PhoneArena.com.